Well, my name is Salan Jai, a student of Tualip Fatima 1. I'm standing here in front of you this afternoon to present on the bilateral ties between the Gambia and Bissau. To kickstart, on the 21st December 2024, the Social Science Club of Kotu Senior Secondary School embarked on a study tour to Bissau. The purpose of this study tour was to expose students with practical aspects of what we have learned, to promote cultural diversity, and to know our historical background more. During our study, their students have learned the Bissau, Senegal, and the Gambia before arbitrary demarcation of the geographical or geopolitical. The frontiers by the European imperialism and pre-colonial era. The Gambia-Bissau share many things, and things like cultural attires, which is the clothes we wear, like this cultural dress we do wear sometimes. The Bissau people and the Gambia share things like that, because if you see in the Gambia we have the Mandinka, and the Bissau also we have the Mandinka there, so therefore our cultural dresses or the cultural ties are similar. And the language style also, like I said, if you come in the Gambia, you will see Wolof. If you go Bissau, you will see Wolof, and we both speak the same language. And the religion also, like if you come in the Gambia, you will see a Muslim and a Christian. If you go to Bissau also, you will find the same thing there. And many more. Apart from different of the official language in the same geographical zone, the countries are populated by the same ethnicity. In fact, many inhabitants of present day of the Republic of the Gambia trace their origin to religion which are presently within the geographical space of the Republic of the Gambia and Bissau. Moreover, to sum it up, the stay of students in Bissau of the Gambian ambassador to Bissau, Her Excellency, Ame Fabri. She gave us a warm welcome and assured us a safe stay in Bissau. In addition, the ambassador takes the students through the foreign policy and Bissau-Banjul relationship as its theme, from the religion bloc and the close historical ties between the Gambia and the Bissau. After this fantabulous presentation I believe some of you are well known now, like the Gambia and Bissau share many things, like the cultural dresses I say, and the language, and many more. So, the Gambia and the Bissau also join many international organizations like the ECOWAS, the UNO, the AU, and the stuff. So on this note, I would like to say obrigado to you all.
My name is Ame Size, the current assistant head girl of Kotu Senior Secondary School in the morning shift. Well, I am honored to stand here this afternoon to give a short presentation on the cultural similarities between Guinea-Bissau and the Gambia. The points that I am going to elaborate on will be the common languages that we have in common between Bissau and Gambia, common religion, common ethnic groups, and states that are common between Bissau and the Gambia, and a Brikama state that is in Bissau, and the same state, Brikama, we also have in the Gambia. First, the common languages. When we talk about Bissau, when we go to Bissau, Bissau people hold Gambians as their own, and Gambians also hold Bissau people as their own. We all hold each other as one because we believe Bissau and Gambia are one. And that is what we believe, and that is why we love each other as people from Bissau and people from Gambia. And that is why we are treated very well when we went to Bissau. So the common languages that we have in Bissau that are also in the Gambia, one is the Mandinka. When we go to Bissau, we find Mandinkas there. And the same Mandinkas we find in the Gambia. Not only Mandinkas, but we also find Fulas in Guinea-Bissau, and we also find Fulas in the Gambia. We also have Manjagos, Balantas, and many other ethnic groups that are in Bissau that we also find in the Gambia. So that makes the Gambia and Bissau to have a very strong relationship because we share these ethnic groups in common. The languages also. When you go to Bissau and speak Maninka, the Maninka you speak here in the Gambia, if you speak it in Guinea-Bissau, the Guinea-Bissau will understand very well the point you are talking from and you'll be able to communicate with them. As we all know, communication is very important between people that are interacting. If that Maninka language or Manjago or Fula or Balanka language, we cannot speak to the Guinea-Bissau people or the Guinea-Bissau cannot speak to us and understand, then our going to Bissau will be very useless. But Alhamdulillah, we have that in common. And that is why when we went to Guinea-Bissau, we were able to communicate with them effectively. We also have religion. In Gambia, we have people that believe in the Christian faith, yes, and in Bissau, we have the same thing there. In Gambia, we have people that believe in Islam, and the same goes to Guinea-Bissau also. There are Muslims there. It even went to the extent that when we went to Bissau, that is last September, we attend a Quranic Islamic conference there, and that will show you that Guinea-Bissau and Gambia share some religious belief, because we do have Islamic conferences here, and when we went to Bissau also, we attend the same Islamic conference, and they recite the Quran in the same manner in which we recite the Quran in the Gambia. So that will show you that Guinea-Bissau and Gambia are all one, and they share common, they have cultural similarities. We also have states, like we have the Brikama state in Guinea-Bissau. The Brikama that we know in the Gambia, the name Brikama, it comes from Guinea-Bissau. The name Brikama in the Gambia, it comes from Guinea-Bissau because the Brikama state was said to be the first state run from what is now Guinea-Bissau. The Gambia, River Casamas, Brikama Empire, that is the Badora. In Casamas also we have Guinea-Bissau. Likewise in the Gambia, we have Brikama rather. Likewise in the Gambia also we have Brikama. So all those things will show you that we are all one. Guinea-Bissau and Gambia are all one. So on that note, I would like to draw my curtain there. Thank you so much.
Jayol be nyame jayol be jewol nyama sisel be nyame sisel be jewol nyama akola foten ko kamol imulunta nyaada bari Gambia man de ka tawme ka fojam o man de ka tan kilimo wala ka fo Guinea-Bissau Gambia jam surwa tawme ka fojam o surwa kan kilimo wala ka fo Guinea-Bissau Gambia jam balanga tawme ka fojam o balanga tan kilimo wala ka fo Guinea-Bissau Gambia jam manja tawme ka fojam o manja kan kilimo wala ka fo Guinea-Bissau Gambia jam fula tawme ka fojam o fula kan kilimo wala ka fo Guinea-Bissau ko nga faale ko jan lu nyame ni am na mo le tiriol kawla le moy doro e ka fugere ko ñu ko de Gambia isaje kiling wala fula dol sa tare ko no yalla ko yemade ka kawme wala fula kawme ñi mo kula de yalla ko akumata bage ka tan ni mo la ko Gambia ni Guinea-Bissau kay mo ngol de badi kilo le ka dara je menge melien jiaje yemem foje wala mu albalial Guinea-Bissau mu Gambia la Gambia mu Guinea-Bissau yo ñim ina mu koti abe mam fogam ñi wonde kan ko liata la ka tinala hani bamal mo ni ka jamu e ko moyno o rasa hakko be ni ñewol next on the itinerary we have Ibrahim Cisse Seko Ustaz Ibrahim Cisse who is no more Cisse Mandimori but
what are the Mr. Principal, Vice Principal, Mr. Ju, our noble parents, and respected teachers. I go by the name Ibrahim Cisse, a student from the mighty Tower of Uthman. It's with great honor and gratitude to stand before you and list some of the impacts the Bissau trip had added to our lives. First and foremost, before I will venture into impacts, I would love to remind you about what my colleagues have just said. From first day in Kotu, where the first church built in West Africa And from there, 90s, in the heart of Bissau, to America, several revolutions, nationalists who had fought for these countries for their independence. From there, the similarities between the Gambia and Guinea-Bissau, when it comes to language and a way of life and transport as well. Now I will venture into my point, that is the impact that Bissau trade added to us students and our teachers. First, patriotism. After seeing the hard evidence about the American several and nationalist citizen of Bissau who had fought for independence of his nation in many difficult times, motivated us as a citizen of the Gambia to do more than what he had done for his country. Not only that, but a female named Titan Silla, who also had fought, and she didn't even see herself as a female, but the love she has for her country, he fought for their independence. That also motivated our sisters to stand firm and fight for our countries regardless of their gender. As she did with the weapons, we are also ready to do with our minds. The second point is the danger of the war in the country. We have seen the outcome of the war from the colonial era to post-colony. How did the war affect Bissau's development? When you come to infrastructural development, economics, education, and social as well. This serves as a lesson for us. War is not a way to eradicate poverty in the country, no matter how the country is, but it gives birth to the loss of life, property, and displacement. Linguistic. When you come to language, some of us who never try to speak language from their language, we suffer a lot in Bissau. Because when you come to, we have the similarities when you come to languages, but we have a diversity, a huge diversity when you come to language as well. Because it went to the point that we couldn't communicate. At that point, we understand how significant language is and how dangerous language barrier is. I can history students, when we are learning history, when we see language barrier as a point, we don't take it something as serious. But when we went to Bissau, we know that language barrier is something serious. Number 4 is religious tolerance. We the Gambian students and our teachers, we know one concern when you are practicing your culture, to concern your religion is very, very important. Because we have seen in Bissau religious tolerance. It's something else because they have tolerated many religions. When you come to Gambia here, we have only 2 religions, most Islam and Christianity, that really help us and guide our culture and our traditions. But when you come to Bissau, it's something else. Number 5 is inspiration. We had inspired by the ambassador of the Gambia, by ambassador of the Bissau to the Gambia, Honorable Aminata Fabri, who served as the first female agriculture education minister and the first ambassador of the Gambia to Bissau. Her hard work and dedication motivated our sisters to see themselves as the future leaders of this country. In conclusion, before we conclude, and security as well, we have learned that Gambians, we don't take it as a serious when it comes to security, but it's different from Guinea-Bissau. And this one as well, we've learned that in ECOWAS aims, the freedom of movement by properties and goods within ECOWAS countries here, we have a freedom of movement. But we the students, we learn that one is only theory, but they are not putting into practice. That divide, and we also learn that as well. Okay, in conclusion, we had fun and we explore and experience a lot of things, including social, economic of the city. The people of this house are hospitable and warm welcoming. Obrigado. Thank you all.
Trimizi, thank you for that wonderful initiation. So from there, we will have on the closing remark. But before that, I would love to say this in the local language. Nanyol, aning lobo mami basiri te mahola. Kamano membere diamo la jang, nyadong bola madi school lobo na jang. Ay diamo beke safa ay kibaro bindi jang, wala mu kibaro be meang ko. Ning tripo ay mu kumaya la ken koy. Kata mo la ko nyimo fene de meang ko, adama jo ni ba karon la ba karon bo sa ko be ni tripo la waro melna, bi sula da nyi fengol la meang ko inyanta lon. Ujama le kita meang ko ni be gambe jang talon na mbamboy la le iko bari mo dara ya kita nyala ji ni mu kula de meang ko akena ku nya bo wara ni baldi meang ko ada hade ma dimol ma pela surtout karam bu moto wala karam bo la bundado yo. From there, we call on Mr. Kamara, the HOD of Humanity, to come and give us a statement. Mr. Kamara, can we have a round of applause to Mr. Kamara?
Governors of Kotu Senior Secondary School, Chairman Mr. Ju, the Principal, Vice Principal, members of the staff, academic staff, distinguished parents, and students of Kotu Senior Secondary School, and all other people present in the hall here. Good afternoon to you all. It is indeed a great pleasure to be here today to witness a presentation on the socio-historical research trip that the Social Science Club of Kotu Senior Secondary School embarked on some time ago last year in the first term. This is indeed a great milestone in the history of Kotu Senior Secondary School. Since I came to this school in 2020, this is the first time that we are witnessing, a club in the school here that embarked on a field trip, or if you like, a research trip, to come back and give a presentation on their experience. So definitely, it is indeed a great honor. I just want to give a few points on the importance of historical research in the life of students in the school system. You see, not everything can be learned in the four confines of the classroom. In fact, it is said that many a time students will learn when they go out to interact with the physical environment. That is why it is said that we don't learn everything in the confines of the classroom. But sometimes when we go out and interact with the physical environment, students will learn better. That is why it is important as a department, as the Department of Humanities, that we always embark on field trips as well as excursions, because this will avail our students the opportunity, to see and feel things that we teach them in the classroom, things that they will not see physically when they are taught in the classroom. Or when we go out to visit some of these important historical centers, it gives them a real insight of the history of those areas. So that is why it is always important that as a department, we always embark on field trips and excursions. Now, one of the major importance of embarking on research trips is that it helps the students in analyzing and critical thinking, as students will be able to differentiate between, opinion and facts. History is a dynamic subject that don't rely on opinion, or history always rely on facts. So it is very, very important when students go out, they interact with the physical environment, they will be able to learn so many things. He said historical research is important for both students and teachers as it helps them to develop critical thinking skills, understand their identity, and appreciate the past influence on the future. Again, it helps us in understanding our national history as well as our identity. We are called a people because we have an identity. So the identity of every person is very, very important. It enables students and teachers to learn about the rich history of their country, including the pre-colonial societies, their colonial experience, and our path to independence. When they went to Guinea-Bissau, they were told that Guinea-Bissau's path to independence was a rough one, because they had to fall British Portuguese for them to be able to be a free nation. Like in the case of the Gambia, we were told that our path to independence was a smooth one, because our independence was discussed over a round table. But for the Portuguese, or for Portuguese Guinea, if you like Guinea-Bissau, they had to fight the Portuguese for them to be able to get independence. Another important is that it develops critical thinking and analytical skills. It teaches the students to analyze sources or different sources of history, differentiate facts from opinions, and from logical conclusions. It allows students to differentiate between facts and opinion, and that will give the student to give a logical thinking. Number 4, it promotes civic responsibility. By learning about our past, our struggle for independence and democracy, therefore helps students to develop a sense of national unity, pride, and responsibility. Again, research will help students to preserve our cultural heritage. We are told that, Guinea-Bissau and the Gambia have so many things in common. From religion, language, to food, and our culture. All these were very, very similar. In fact, we are told from the presentation that students did not realize when they were in Guinea-Bissau, they thought they were still in the Gambia. So it provides lessons from the past mistakes and successes to guide future decision making. Again, research will encourage students to build their academic career. Historical research gives students research and writing skills that are useful for higher education. So it is important that we embark on these trips as people avail of the opportunity to interact with the physical environment, and they will be able to interact with things that we are taught in the classroom that were in real life situations would not avail to us in the classroom situation. Now, I want to take this opportunity to thank members of the social science and the teacher coordinators for a wonderful job. This is indeed remarkable. I know when the trip was organized, there were a lot of tension, parents, thinking of allowing their children to cross the borders. You have to go to Senegal, from Senegal to Guinea-Bissau, and then spending almost nearly 2 weeks outside of your home is never easy, but definitely it was one commendation. So I want to take this opportunity to appeal to the parents that anytime field trips or excursions are announced and mentioned, allow the students, allow your children, allow your wards to be part of these trips and excursions, because it will give them a different dimension of knowledge. It will give them things that they don't learn in the classroom. They have the opportunity to interact with those people. And then again, I want to inform you that from this gathering, the Humanities Department will be organizing a nationwide field trip for a nationwide excursion for almost 1 week at the end of September, with visiting places of historical importance. More especially, our focus will be on traditional or indigenous industries in the Gambia. So when the children falls out in the 7, that man with our own excursion, please allow them to go, because what is happening here today is a clear manifestation that the support and the money that we are giving to them is not going in vain for the children we are able to learn a lot. On that note, I thank you all for coming and then have a wonderful day.
I don't put what you call a Mr. Bahamale, whether to go, Alien, to go Mesuro, and Alien Mesuro, a little blood will be at Guinea-Bissau, Kada Lodolava, Amaka Kubiano, Benson, Kabi, for the Mata, Moya, Logo. Aliye kata ko me ko ni wala ta karona fara gina bisaw amu ko dina ko amata ko ko de kesse ni be be fara na abe ko mala dina ko ko se ni to le do ko nga se ko wala ta mi ana ko abe ko gina bisaw ni da biara baji yala ko ni ko na ko da ka ko da ko ni ñoom ya Indio del Fanambeto le por la pequeña Uruguay. Dim primero municipal, nasi ke Fanam. Ana kata ko de Fanambula, e faneta karawa kala faru. Jadi karawa ko predina ko amandang kelas utama ko. Karawa di dan mata mau ko kami. Jadi di mo di yang betara Gina Bisau, karawa di Gina Bisau le itu. Ini pula ada nyalo amantare bulu ini ka kilo na da ko kilo me telanu ani ni ka do ko le na da ani ko mo le na da me telanu ka de kulle je ki tam sa me an ko ay ko do ni la me ba na e so fa la gambia ko do ni ku ko na me ko ma ko la ni de ma ko ni mo ni la ko ka ni ko la anu ay me fa ni fa wala ka de ka jay ka nyumbara Allah ko ni mala le ke pour ni se ke ko ni anu ko balu na jura la wala na lu sa so from there our is very dedicated our is very committed to our job. In fact, you are there not to mess up with our stuff. Thank you so much, the technical team, and of course the brain behind the trip. Can we have on Mr. Lamin M. Silla, Mohamed Lamin M. Silla, as the coordinator of social science? Mr. Silla, the coordinator of social science. Can we have one, Mr. Omar? Okay, I would love to call Mr. Silla himself, sorry, Mr. Cham, the vice principal, to come and hand over these certificates to these individuals. Mr. Cham. As you can see, that is a clear manifestation that the effort and tradition have impacted on the street. Peace, love, and prosperity. Of course, you will see how Bissau can change people based on its nature. We have Martina Kijera, Matuda,
open individual who take care of everybody, and she is so hard. Idrissa is a very dedicated student who has done a wonderful job and do justice. Our every translator who never suffice our. Can we have Mohammed Ba? Mohammed Ba. Mohammed is someone who is versatile. His team don't limit to only basketball but also in football. Can we have Nyali Balde? Nyali, my own daughter. My own daughter. Nyali is my daughter and she has been crossed by someone who I will not give as my daughter. Can we have Lala Dari? Lala. Lala. Can we have more Lamin Baro? Professional Baro. This individual here is very serious in whatever he is doing. Even playing is very serious. Thank you, Ustaz. Thank you so much for on our cultural, on our own day, Abbas and Baro well represent the Gambia as in their culture. And we have Ami FKCC. Ami FKCC. Ami is someone who is very subtle in terms of cooking. But don't worry, we never start it. Please, when you are cooking, not too much pepper. Can we have Salimadu Sawane? Salimadu Sawane. Salimadu Fatima Trami. Fatima. Can we have our customer? Can we have our customer? Our is my little sister, as in customer Sony, and she is very classy. I don't know but the young customer who don't go to. I'm going to Moria the Malmo, or whatever. Can we have Fatima B party? Where is Betty? Betty, not around. Can we have Fatima the customer? My little Tata. But we have no resemblance. If you look at her, I said the content. Yes. I said official. I said a very big drop down in China, but this time around she was extra careful not to do a slippery fall. Thank you, Isaac. Abbas, on our cultural, on our own day, Abbas and Baro well represent the Gambia as in their culture. Can we have Ami FKCC? Ami FKCC. Ami is someone who is very subtle in terms of cooking. But don't worry, we never start it. Please, when you are cooking, not too much pepper. Can we have Salimadu Sawane? Salimadu Sawane. Salimadu Fatima Trami. Fatima. Can we have our customer? Can we have our customer? sister, as in customer Sony, and she is very classy. I pare no ba di jam ko sama ko go to ma amake ko ngamoria da mango ko pare ba no kami apa pada di party ya is Betty Madara. Can we have Fatima Kasama, Nauru Tada, but we have no resemblance. If you look at her, I said the content. Yes. I said official. I said in a very big drop down in China, but this time around she was extra careful not to do a slippery fall. Thank you, Isaac. Kaka is a very serious person. Hope if you look at it. Thank you so much, Mr. Kamara. Now, Prado, sorry, Mansara Soto. Mansara is a very open individual and very friendly. She is always there for the brotherhood, supporting. The brotherhood are happy. When we have Omar Jadi, this is the point I would disrespect Mr. Plame with Mohammed. You ever said that book again, this man was then from your desk. Babu, sorry, when we have Kuli Udaro, not attract others, but instead, you will be as much as people's wife. When we have our Grammy, it's start water. When we have Mutar Forager, you are so pleased. I've never witnessed you Maka. Can we have Shebu Cham? Shebu. Can we have Kalbu Vite? Mr. Innocent on the face. While a full crew. Thank you so much. Can we have Mohammed Berry? Mohammed is someone who almost left home behind, and he said he was very terrified that we left him behind in the house. And we have Ajay Fonta. And we have Aminata Jao.
What is going on there?
Can we have Patu Jambe? Can we have Ibrahim Oswa? Can we have Mariam Ajay? Of course, one of the most useless. Can we have Mariam Cham? Oh, you are not my name. Can we have Mariam Cham? Yes, Espa is no too much of it. Can we have Abdurrahman Jafar Drame? Abdurrahman Jafar Drame. Abdurrahman will be talking to his girlfriend, telling us that it's his wife. This boy here want to scam us. You don't use your head to play us. Can we have Kadimite? I will call your name once. If I call it again, I will not call your name again. Kadimite. Omar is the most